105-degree temperature of water all year round to maintain and sustain those colors. Now we have two different types of coral down here. We have hard coral and soft coral. An example of the hard coral, you guys are going to see a round object. It's mustard in color and it has lines and grooves just like a brain. Anybody want to take a lucky guess what we call that one? Brain coral, exactly. Now you guys are going to realize that here in Bermuda, we're pretty simple people. So we like to call things as we see it. So let's see if you guys can get this next one. It's also circular in shape, it's brighter in yellow, and it looks like the head of a cauliflower. Anybody? Cauliflower. Exactly, cauliflower coral. Now this next one, it grows in a branch-like form. It's burnt orange in color and it has white tips on the end. Looks like a fire under the water. Who wants to take a crack at that one? Exactly, fire coral. You guys are basically Bermudians now. Now this next one's a little harder. It's purple. Lives in the sea. Looks like a fan. Anybody? So close. Purple. Lives in the sea. Looks like a fan. Purple sea fan. Exactly. Pretty simple, right? Now we also have the sea rod or the sea whip. Now these guys are pretty cool because they go through a 12-hour feeding and sleeping cycle. So they feed for 12 hours and then they sleep for 12 hours and they feed for another 12 hours and then they sleep for another 12 hours. Sound familiar? Like some of you guys are in cruise ship right now? Now when they're feeding, they're going to be thick, brown, and fluffy, like an oversized cattail. And when they're sleeping, they're going to be smooth to grayish and purple in color. See if I can spot them out for you guys. Up there they are, right there. Somebody with that back glass. Now all of our corals, they have what we call natural defenses. They have no physical defenses, meaning they're not going to come out and grab you and bite you. But if you touch them, they will leave you with a cut, sting, or a burn. Now I'm not going to tell you which ones do which, simply because I don't want you to touch the corals. Not only will you be hurting yourself, you'll be hurting the corals as well. See all of our corals are very fragile. To give you an example of how sensitive they really are, if you were to go down there and gently rest your hand on a brain coral, come back in a few weeks, you're going to find the outline of your handprint embedded in the brain coral. Come back in a few months, that same piece of brain coral will probably be dead. And now it's not because of the pressure we put on it, but the oils we naturally have in our skin. Now can anybody guess how long it takes the brain corals to grow to just the size of a soccer ball? Any guesses? 100? Higher.
珊瑚礁吧。
Yeah, a little less, yeah. But 150 years. That's a long time, right? Now this is why we have a conservation act on our coral reef system. You cannot touch, take, or break any of our corals. If you do, we can receive up to $10,000 fine. And if I was to go in the bow, throw our anchor rover and then land on a piece of coral, we can receive up to a $25,000 fine. So here in Bermuda, we take it very, very seriously. As we should, because the coral reef system is actually more important to us than we actually think. 2/3 of the ocean's oxygen is produced by the corals. 50% of our oxygen comes from the ocean. So it's not just those trees on land, right? Now because of this, most people think coral is just a plant. Produces oxygen, must be a plant. Well, actually plant cells and animal cells, they live in a symbiotic relationship. So how it works, the plant cell provides oxygen for the animal cell to survive, and in return, the animal cell provides the carbon dioxide for the plant cell to survive. Now, we also have a conservation act on the parrotfish. Anybody familiar with this fish? A couple of you, yeah? Well, they come in all your bright rainbow colors, pink, purple, orange, green, blue. Now, they don't just get their name from their pretty colors, but their teeth are fused together to form a beak. Now, we call these guys reef grazers because they go around to the corals and scrape all the algae off them so it doesn't suffocate them. Now, while they aren't scraping that algae off, they do manage to break off some of that rock. It goes through their system and comes out the other end as sand, yeah. An average sized parrotfish can excrete up to 1,000 pounds of sand per year. Yeah, that's a lot of pooping, right? I have a question for you guys. Anybody plan on going to the beach? Well, guess what? 75% of Bermuda's beaches is parrotfish poop. Welcome to Bermuda. Now, unfortunately, the pretty colored pink sand does not come out the pretty colored fish. I wish it worked like that. The pink sand that you guys are probably familiar with is from an organism called the red foraminifera. Now, you only find these guys on the south shore side of the island. Anybody plan or been to Horseshoe Bay Beach before? Yeah? Or Church Bay, Elbow Beach, Workhong Bay? That's on the south shore side. Now, these guys, they live on the underside of the reef system. Their lifespan is 72 hours. 3 days. That's it. So the first day they're born, the second day they're sexually mature, and the third day they reproduce and die. Yeah. What a life, right? Now after they're 72 hours up with wave action, they break off the underside of the reef system. That red shell breaks into finer pieces and then washes up onto our shoreline. Now that shell's red, right? How does it become pink? What happens to anything in the sun? Fades or bleaches it, right? So that red shell now becomes pink. So that's how we have pink sand. Does anybody have any questions so far? Okay. Not yet. 15 more minutes. Okay. So we're just gonna head on over to our shipwreck now. Now keep in mind, guys, this is a real deal shipwreck, okay? So it's not gonna look like the one in your neighbor's fish tank. It's gonna look